All right, folks, I want to talk to you about tuning a crankbait. Like I've said before, I'm a guy that tunes everything. Everything that goes in the water, it gets tuned. It's got to make sure it's running straight. Now, crankbaits like this, I don't care how high end of price you're paying, a lot of times they come out of the bag and they're not going to run straight for you. That's just the nature of it. Sometimes you get lucky and you have one that will, but all of them need to get thrown in the water to make sure they're running true. Now, when you're tuning a crankbait like this, guys, first thing that I do is I don't use split rings or D-rings. I take that guy off of there and I use a Rapala loop knot, which is another learning segment, but I tie a Rapala loop knot there. Now, if you're running this crankbait through the water and it's rolling off to the left like this right here, what you got to do is come in with a pair of smooth nose pliers like this, and you turn it opposite. So you turn the tie eye opposite in just little tiny increments. Throw it out. So everything's opposite. If it's rolling this direction here, you got to bring the eye back to the right. If it's going left, you bring it right. If it's going to the right, you bring it left. Everything's opposite. Now, there's two ways you can adjust on this. You can grab with your pliers and you can twist this direction here, which is generally the most way it's going to fix it. You're going to turn it like this. But there are times when you grab a hold of here and instead of rolling like this, you're going to twist the eye this way or that way. So there's two adjustments you can make. If it's going off to the left and you come in and you flat turn this eye back to the right and it still won't run straight, then you come in and you make your twist adjustment to it. Now, if you throw it out and you've worked on the eye and it still won't run straight, no matter if you flat roll it or twist it, what you got to look at is your hook tie points underneath here. You got two of them, one here in the back, one here in the front. Oftentimes when you hook a fish and they're fighting, or you're taking the fish off with a pair of pliers, you can bend those tie points right there. So what you would do with those, if it's cocked off one direction or the other, that's probably what's causing that plug to run straight or run incorrect if you're not fixing it with this up front. So what you would do is come in the same thing here, make these adjustments. You want these nice and straight. So if for some reason you can't ever make the adjustment here, look to your hook connect points down here, and the odds are that they're off. Then just straighten them up so they're in line with the plug. That's how you tune a crank, guys, right there.